Welcome to Rope Dropping Knowledge, where we guide you through the magic of Disney.
$174.
Woohoo. I don't know why we make the same sounds in introduction.
I don't even know why I announced the number. Hey, we're dropping on Friday, so you guys, most of you will hear it on Saturday. We are going to Vegas. Well, technically Sunday, but we're leaving tomorrow, and then we're going to stop by my mother's house, spend the night.
She's always the halfway point.
Yeah, she's the halfway point. And yeah. So everyone knows who works in a in a job where you look at a computer. There's people want stuff done, want answers, want finished projects as soon as they know that you're not going to be there. Yeah. I'm actually only taking 3 days off.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, you guys are acting like I'm leaving for like a month or even a week. It's like, dude, I'll be back Thursday. It can wait 3 days.
But they try to say, hey, people are worried about you leaving, means you're doing a good job. Yeah. There's some people that people want to leave, trust me. There is, right in every office, there's somebody that's like, oh man, I wish you would just like go on a leave of absence, you know? he or she. Oh man, it's real. And everybody knows that person in their office.
Yes.
So if they are worried about you leaving or taking time off, that's a good thing. We have a new giveaway. It is now November, and typically we do like a Thanksgiving giveaway, but we have something coming up before Thanksgiving, which is Wakanda Forever, aka Black Panther 2. So I decided, let's do that. I mean, we're going to be going to see that next Friday. We already got our tickets. Very excited. So far, the reviews are pretty good of the press people who saw it. I don't think the NDA is lifted yet, but they're allowed to give their reactions, and the reactions have been positive. So, so let's do it. Black Panther. And we have, you already posted the giveaway, right?
I did.
And we have a Black Panther Corksicle tumbler, 24-ounce tumbler. It's pretty cool. You know, I was, when I first got it and I felt it, it's just as good a quality, if not better, as far as its make as a hydro flask.
Yeah, it's more for wine and beers and such.
Well, no, the company is.
Yeah.
But not the tumbler, though.
Not the tumbler. You can use the tumbler for whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that's originally...
That's what they started as, yeah. Because we first saw them at the Food and Wine Festival. They had this big Corksicle, photo spot. And, yeah, it was pretty cool. Why is my niece calling me right now? I should put her on the podcast.
That's why you have it on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, she's cutting weight right now. She has a tournament tomorrow. So she just wants to update me. Yeah, Black Panther tumbler, but that's not all. We have a King of Wakanda lunchbox, insulated lunchbox, with the Black Panther mask on the front. And we have a Black Panther tote, which is from Disney's new Black Panther collection. It has more of like the African designs on it. Looks more of like a dashiki type colors and stuff. So yeah, all three of those could be yours, and you could take them all out and have a picnic. Or just take one or two of them to work. Go shopping, whatever you like to do. But all you have to do is direct message us the answer to this question. What fictional Disney location would you like to visit most? So that could be Wakanda. That could be Asgard. Hopefully not current Asgard. New Asgard's not that bad. But we don't want you to go to the old one and to see meteors. because it got blown up.
Yeah, because Ragnarok.
Could be old Asgard back in the day. It could be Tatooine.
How about
It could be Coruscant.
Arwindale?
Arendelle.
I mean,
Never Land.
It's being built in
The Enchanted Forest.
Tokyo, but
Yeah.
it's not the. I don't know.
Encanto. It could be anything. Disney IP, any magical fantasy land, Marvel, Pixar, Disney, Star Wars. Some you might even say a real place, like they've never been to Disney and they want to go to Fantasyland. That's fine.
Well, like they're real places, like where the Sleeping Beauty's castle is, like, and where the Matterhorn is,
Yeah.
like the actual real places in somewhere. When you're going through Soaring, those are the real places,
Yeah.
like that,
No.
because that's not fictional.
Correct. Because Disney doesn't own the Matterhorn. They own the ride the Matterhorn.
But what if people are like, I want to go to the place where they have the Matterhorn,
I would never deny
or that
somebody.
castle with Sleeping Beauty?
People could say what they want. This is basically just to see if you listen to the podcast. But Tracy wants to complicate it. What if they want to actually see where Walt actually lived and go under his bed and pull up the
that's on Main
floorboards?
Street.
I know.
That's not fictional, but
Yeah,
what
I
if
said
they really
fictional,
wanted to
and then
see
you
it?
said no. So
But I don't want to go anywhere fictional. I want to go somewhere real.
no, you don't. You never travel.
I know,
You
but
had
if
your
I
pet-
had to,
You like going to Disneyland in Vegas. But yeah, so direct message us your answer to info@ropedroppinglaws.com, Facebook or Instagram, or I think we'll probably do a blog post. And if you can only do one, then that's fine. If you do two, you get 2 entries. Do 3, you get 3 entries. 4, you get 4 entries. Sounds good. All right. This one ends on the 25th? I believe. Yeah. So I don't know why I put 12/25. 11/25.
it ends on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it ends on Christmas Day.
No, it doesn't. It
no.
ends on November 25th.
Yeah. The day after Thanksgiving. No, wait. 2 days after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
2 days after Thanksgiving. Oh, man. I'm not good with calendars. So, yeah. You're checking my math?
No.
It's good.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. So,
It's actually the 26th
this is the 26th?
because that's a Saturday, and we always end things on Saturdays.
Yeah.
You know what?
November 26th.
Yes, November 26th, 11:59 p.m. Saturday.
Pacific Standard Time. Must be 18 years older, live in the United States. Man, we really botched this one. Yeah. And we will be back at the parks on the 12th, the day after Black Panther releases,
Yeah,
for the holiday festival. And we will actually be at,
and that Taste of Wakanda will be there too.
yeah.
Starts too.
And we will be at Paradise Pier Hotel.
Yes,
And so there's a lot of
it's actually
opportunities.
a normal full day for us.
There'll be a lot of opportunities for you to catch us with the wallet.
Yeah.
So that will be cool. The Minnie Mouse card wallet. And the first person to come up and say, hey, give me that wallet. You will get that wallet.
Now, I was saying it's the first full day for us staying at Paradise Pier because the last few times we stayed, it was Oogie Boogie Bash. So it was kind of like, and then raining and weird. And then before that, it was the girls coming to swim. So this one's an actual like normal Disney day where we're staying there.
Yeah, kind of.
You know?
Except we have the festival, so it's not really normal. But as far as the length at the parks, yeah. So, but if you see us with the wallet anywhere on Disney property, so
Yeah.
that includes the hotel, Downtown Disney, either park, you can get it. Cute. So, what do we got in headlines?
Well, you came across this article in the Washington Post about superfans sharing their 12 tips to avoid lines. Like time-saving strategies. I know, like, a lot of you who listen to us and follow, Instagram and stuff probably already know these. This is more for like tourist people, I guess, because we're already all super fans if you're listening, right? Or so, anyways. But let's just see what
Yeah.
this list is about.
Yeah. So let's go one at a time.
Yes, the first is arrive an hour before the parks open. That's like rope dropping.
Yeah. But that's
Basically
kind of
rope dropping.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but it's kind of like
Again, this is for audience who are tourists. Like if I was telling my friend who lives in Colorado, she literally does live in Colorado. She's not.
sounded like Shapek now.
Yeah, I
family in
know.
Colorado, family in Seattle.
No, that's what I said. She literally lives in Colorado, right, Shayna? And these are tips for her, right? She goes to Disneyland maybe once every 5 years. Mm-hmm. So,
But
if
arriving,
that-
I guess it's a good tip, but it's kind of like a duh. You know, if you
yeah,
go
to
anywhere,
us, that's what I'm saying.
no, not to anybody. If you go I mean, my point is, if you don't even go to Disney and you want to get anywhere, you're probably gonna, if you know, you probably have a better chance of getting what you want if you arrive early.
Yeah,
right?
but we see a lot of people who
You know.
arrive at like 10 and
I mean, people who fly, they're always told get to the airport an hour early.
yeah.
You know, so if you've been on an airplane, you kind of know this. If you've been in Comic-Con, you know this. If you go to the only type of things is where you have a guaranteed seat or something like at a sporting
Yeah.
event where you can kind of go. But
But we've seen in line, we see a lot of families who get there at 10. They just started their day and they're all like, yay, yippee. And then they realize, wah, wah.
well, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's true advice. So I can't say that I
Yeah.
disagree with it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, that's the second one. Stay till the last minute. So get there early and stay there till the last minute, unless you want to break up your day and like stay till park closing, because that's when most people are tired already. And
So I guess it depends on what type of line you're trying to miss, right? If you're trying to have a shorter line in the parking lot or the tram, staying till the last minute is not a good idea. because that's gonna that's when the lines are the thickest, other than opening.
They're saying
Actually, more than opening.
Yeah, this is more if you want to ride something and they'll let you on. If it closes at midnight, they'll let you on at 11:55.
Technically, yeah. Now, if it's for rides, certain rides, yeah. But don't think that you're going to get on Rise to Resistance at 11:59. You see what I mean?
Oh no, that closes
So
an hour early or whatever.
Right. So it's a generalization thing, and if somebody just hears, well, this would save me time in line, which line are we talking about? You know what I mean? I don't want to give people that false.
Well, this blogger says that the first and last 2 hours of the day are the best for avoiding long lines. I'm thinking he means rides.
Yeah.
Even if doing so requires taking a midday break, like how we do it. But we don't stay till midnight. We leave at 9.
See, the thing is though, it's a opportunity cost though. It's kind of like, yeah, you could stay till midnight and maybe get on the teacups, and that'll be fun. But then it's getting on the teacups at 11:59 p.m. worth being in that parking structure for 45 minutes. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, is it a time saver? It depends on where you value your time.
But I would think most people leave at 9 or 10 after fireworks. So the parking structure stuff would have
No, the parking structure
crowd would have thinned out by 12:30, let's say.
Not really, because you're having a lot of people leaving at once.
I don't know because I've never stayed till midnight. Yeah. And if we do, it's because we're staying on property.
or walking to a hotel.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you that no, because I see the. We stayed to a point to where, it was 11. I think the first time this year we stayed at Paradise Pier and we were walking through downtown Disney. I could see.
Oh yeah, the tram line.
And it's just nuts.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not just talking about the trams, but the shuttles, going to Toy Story is going to be nuts because that's nuts anyway.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
where you value your time. If you think getting on a low to medium level ride, getting that extra ride in is worth being stuck after that, then yeah, And you probably could get in a few rides if you're talking about getting on rides at like 11 plus.
Yeah.
But some rides actually close down early. Some rides break down.
A lot of them do close down early.
Yeah, it all depends. And if it's if you have like that one day, or, where you can one day one park type of thing, staying to the last minute at California Adventure, I don't know if it's worth it because half of those people are park hoppers and they're just going to go to Disney. So those lines are still kind of long.
Yeah.
At the end of the night.
Remember,
end of the night for that park.
We did Haunted Mansion later on in the night, and it was kind of like stuck.
Yeah, it was stuck.
And we were like,
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a good idea.
Yeah. But I will say for some rides, it's cool. If that's
like
your goal.
Matterhorn.
Especially if you're staying on property where you don't have to drive or take a shuttle. Or if you're staying close enough where you can walk to your hotel, then why not stay till the end of the night? Doesn't hurt.
Yeah. This one's obvious. Avoid peak seasons. Okay. So don't go on Christmas, spring break, or the height of summer.
Well, first of all, we're going to see how Christmas is this year at Disneyland with no magic key holders.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. So it does sound like a duh, but we'll see.
Do you think they'll just last minute open it up for Inspire Key when they see that there's not that much sales?
No. I think there's going to be a lot of...
Or they'll give you a discount to buy a single
That's
day
more
ticket.
likely. But I don't know if there's going to be a lack of sales. I think a lot of people...
Really?
Well, I don't think people... We're technically in a recession, but a lot of, government, the Fed, a lot of people are denying it. And then I don't know if people are really going to start to feel it January, February, tax season,
When they
after
spend all
Christmas.
their money during the holidays.
Yeah. That's when they're going to really start feeling it. So before the beginning of the year, I think people might still be in that frenzy of like, hey, they're still getting that revenge travel in a little bit.
Yeah. But I still think that Disney's such a local park that it was the locals, the pass holders that went there all, for New Year's Eve, for Christmas, holiday, that 2 weeks. So to have none of us there, that's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's at least 1 million of us.
Well, I still think there's going to be a lot of sales. I just don't know if those sales are going to be offset. But I like it's the amount of sales for single day and multi-day tickets going to increase during the holiday seasons? Yes. The question is how much, right? Is it going to be as much as they think to where
it offsets?
Yeah, the lack
and
of
the spending, not only the ticket sales, but the spending in the parks. Remember, we talked to a lot of out-of-towners, and they weren't into the foodie festival, whatever. They're like, oh, yeah.
But some of them don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, they're like, oh, what are those boots? Like, like that. So...
Well, Uber, not even out-of-towners, our Uber driver didn't know.
Yeah, our Uber driver.
He's like, what's those?
What are those? Because they had those...
they had them outside the park.
Outside the parks on the street because they were getting ready to put them in. He's like, what's that? So, people... Will they be spending money? Okay, the ticket sales is obvious because there's no new ticket sales for Magic Key holders, but the spending in the parks, will the parks be making money in terms of spending?
What's the ROI? Which is...
Because we're the ones who buy all that stuff in the...
We're the ones who get
festival.
Excited every year for the food festival.
Yeah.
And then the Magic Key holders like us, and then we have the Believe Key, and then people who have the Inspire Key, we're all going to go in November before we're blocked. So it's not like we're not going to get a taste of it.
Right. But I'm just wondering those 2 weeks.
So when it comes, when the actually holiday blockout comes, what's it going to look like? And I don't know. So that's going to be interesting. So we'll see.
There are rumors that, not rumors, but theories that, they would let us buy tickets at a discount for those 2 weeks.
Only if they're really doing that. Because I don't think they want to set that precedent.
Yeah.
If they don't have to. Because they wouldn't have done it in the first place if they thought they were going to have low turnout.
Right.
So
we'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Okay, so the fourth one, ditch the group. Oh, that's the one where the tip where there's some brides that have single riders. Mm-hmm. And if you don't mind ditching your group, like Radiator Springs Racers, I don't think Soaring has a single rider line, but like Matterhorn and Space Mountain, they do have single rider lines.
Right. I think does Indiana Jones have one? I'm not sure. I think it might.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, that's actually a pretty legit thing.
I think we've done that once for Radiator Springs.
Yeah. Like a long time ago.
Yeah, before Max Pass even.
Yeah, I know. I think did we end up in the same car anyway?
We did.
Yeah.
You were no, we weren't, because then my sister's like, "Who's that guy next to you?" And you were teasing her.
Oh yeah. A lot of times people end up in the same car, but like maybe like one is in the front, one's in the back.
Yeah, we didn't. No.
Yeah.
Well, they try to do that when they see like, a family that they know is a family. I don't think they knew we were together.
Yeah.
Because they were like, "Oh, we'll try to get you in the same car, with the single ride." But with us, they didn't know we were together, so.
Profiling. But it actually is pretty cool. But I think there's so many people that go as families, and that's like a thing. It's like a bonding thing, so they don't want to split up.
Yeah.
Only Magic Key holders would do it. People who are just at the parks all the time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they already know how to skip lines. So.
And then number 5's kind of related. It's we've never tried it, and we don't even know what it is. I think it's called Learn the Rider Switch Hack. But this is more for families with kids.
With one kid that can't.
One kid two kids, and one can't ride.
Yeah, because of the height requirement or something. Yeah.
So switch.
And I heard that can be, I'm not saying by who, but that can be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And then you could switch people out. So I think that's probably a good one. You definitely should learn that, just because there's certain rides where, when you have a kid who doesn't meet the height requirements for most things, you should just learn it, period. Whether it's going to save you time or not, because you just might not be able to get on the ride, period, if you don't know that, that hack. So,
yeah. This is what we do: skip the parades and fireworks. So that's a good time during parade and fireworks to go on rides. I think this is more like avoiding lines for rides, not avoiding crowds. So that's what they mean, like skip parades and fireworks, meaning that's the time you can go on rides with the lines a little bit shorter than.
It's a little bit, but again, if you're talking to out-of-towners, it kind of is the same mentality as the single rider hack, where they came there to experience something as a family, or as a couple, or whatever, whoever goes there. And
they came there to see the fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And part of that experience is, I got to see the fireworks.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I hear people stressing about the time of the fireworks.
I know. I hear it all. I overhear it all the time.
Yeah. And it's just like, and they're worried about, like, we can't miss the fireworks. They make Genie Plus around the fireworks, so they don't like have a ride during the fireworks. I mean, fireworks are important. And to me, like, I never really got it because I was never a huge fireworks person. I appreciate them. I really like them. But I guess I've never, been denied fireworks,
Yeah. Maybe it's because we grew up in an area where there's fireworks all the time.
Yeah, we grew up in big cities.
You live next to the stadium where there's random fireworks going on.
Yeah, and you grew up, in Anaheim.
You're in Anaheim. And
yeah, so... but I think a lot of people are going there for the parades, for the fireworks, because it's one of those things where you're going to be questioned, like you went to Disney, you didn't see the fireworks. You went to Disney, you didn't go to the parade. It's like that. That parade's only So yeah, I can see a lot of people.
We didn't see the electrical parade at all this year when it came back.
Saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
That's like going to a concert. Well, I could watch it later on TV.
Yeah.
But yes, that is part of the magical experience that people don't want to miss.
And people don't, because I know, and I always say, like, Fantasmic's going on, you'll see that, like, Thunder Mountain will drop to like 15, 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I've even seen it at 10 minutes, depending on the day. And the only people who are in those lines are magic key holders. Because even if everybody can see it and everyone can see it on their app what time it is, if I promise my kid that he's going to see the dragon breathe fire, that's what you got to do. So,
speaking of shows, like this week, Fantasmic opened at Disney World, and the crowd was crazy. There was like just shoulder to shoulder people trying to get into Hollywood Studios, I guess that's where the show is. But yeah, and everyone's trying to watch Fantasmic. Anyways, okay, number 7. Mobile order your meals. If mobile ordering works.
That one I think is a solid agree.
Yeah, but you have to plan ahead.
Right.
To mobile order. Because people think, oh, it's going to be ready as soon as I hit it, like in 5 minutes, it'll be ready. But at peak dinner time, like you'll try to mobile order something and thinking you'll get it at 6, but you won't get it till 9. So that you kind of have to know to plan ahead. You kind of have to. And
sometimes even if you go at the right time and you're there at the right time, there's a huge mobile order back
yes,
up.
Yes.
And I don't think people realize that mobile order itself can be a line.
Yes, it is. It's a line.
But overall,
that is a good.
It's a good thing. Like if you want, if you want like something from Jolly Holiday or something, and it's not like a special seasonal thing, and you just want it, yeah, because standing in a Jolly Holiday line is almost as bad as standing in a line for like Matterhorn.
Yeah,
sometimes.
The taste talk we're going to talk about. I stood in line for 45 minutes to get that. So, but then with the staffing issue thing, so in the past for the food festivals, you can mobile order. They stopped it this last year when they first reopened because of staffing issues. I don't know if they're going to still stop it and not bring it back because it was like just too chaotic. So, yeah.
Number 8.
Ring up on your merch. Oh, that's the one where you can scan and put it in a clear bag.
Yeah.
And then at the door, I did that for when we went with the Alexes. And then you just show them a QR code before you leave, and then you're done.
Yeah.
So it's like mobile ordering. But then there is a new thing too.
We'll talk about that afterwards. But
this is the one where you can just scan items, like you use your phone to go shopping and scan all the codes.
Yeah.
So that one.
It works. It works. I mean, you're not really missing when it comes to selling merchandise. Disney, unless it's a popcorn bucket, like inside the stores, Disney doesn't really want you to wait too long.
Yeah, they want you to be out there spending money. Out there too,
and they don't want anyone to drop out of line.
Yeah,
like if somebody is in line to spend money, they don't want those people to be like, oh, "This is too much," and like put the items back and leave, because they make so much money off of merch that, like inside World of Disney, inside Elias and Co. Like they're going to try to make those lines as fast and efficient as possible. And if they have a lack of staffing, they're going to prioritize the stores.
Yeah, that's true.
What's next?
Get the official line skipping tool, Genie Plus. They call it Get the Official Line Skipping Tool. I'm like, what? I was like, oh, do they just mean Genie Plus?
Yeah.
Like it's a non-Disney person writing this article.
Yeah, so I think it's one of those things where it's a requirement now. So if you don't have Genie Plus and you go on a medium to super heavy day, you're going to be sad if you think you're going to get on a lot of stuff.
I hear in Florida, like almost everyone gets it, so it's like sells out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And the stuff like you have to get your stuff at 9 a.m, or else anything after that, it'll be like evening return times.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they wanted. They want everyone to buy the upsell automatically. So then the upsell becomes standard. So now if you go there and you think you're going to go standby, it's like you're probably going on 2 rides a day at a Disney World. Disneyland's not that bad yet, but...
Although something interesting happened last time We went on Rise of Resistance standby, and it was only 55 minutes.
Hey, did we even talk about our last trip?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Oh, okay. But it's kind of related to this, and I don't forget.
Yeah.
But it went by really fast. It was only 50 minutes in the middle of a Friday.
And it was actually exactly the time it was posted.
Yeah.
So.
And my theory was because they raised the price to like $25 and people were like, screw you. So that's why it makes the standby line shorter.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think we just happened to get there at a good time. But
And it was a Friday. We usually go on a Saturday, so maybe that makes a difference too.
But you know what? It's never really like, usually it's around 60 minutes, 60 to.
Oh, it's not like 90? I thought 90
So,
was
I
the
think
average.
it gets up to 90, but that's like the peak. But I think the average is like an hour. Like it's usually like something like 65 minutes, maybe 70. Like on peak during the day. Rise of the Resistance queue was designed to shuffle people through pretty quick.
Yeah, it's indoors, so we weren't hot or anything.
Yeah.
And it has things to look at. So it's like,
You don't get bored in the line, really.
yeah.
And it's actually, and this is just a hack that I'll just throw in there. If you're at Disneyland on an 85-degree plus day, the Rise of the Resistance queue is probably the best place. You're going to get bang for your buck. You're going to get shade. Now, the outside area is going to be a little hot before you get into the cave part of the outside area. Half of the outside area is going to be hot when you're still in the windy bar part. But once you get to the cave, they have where the waterfall is. It's totally protected from the sun. You got water. It's totally cool. And then you get inside, and it's totally cool. And so even if you're waiting like 70 minutes, if you were going to rest and wait in a shady area for a half an hour or so anyway, now you're getting 2 for 1.
Yeah.
You're getting shade and on one of the best rides that Disney has. Probably the best ride in my opinion. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. And then, 10 is splurge on after hours events. And those are those specials.
Oogie
Boogie Bash,
Boogie.
Merriest Nights,
When it existed.
if they had it. Villains Night, whatever, Sweethearts Night, all these other nights. Star Wars Night. So there's like splurge on that, and you can walk on the rides. Which is true, but then...
That's not really a hack. It's saying that...
Again, this is the audience who doesn't really...
Well, but when I say that, I'm not... I'm talking to that audience. I'm saying that, look. Anything in life, it's kind of like showing up early, right? If you show up early for something, the chances of you getting that something is going to be better than if you show up late for something. You know? It's going to be better than if you show up on time for something. If you throw money at something, you're going to get better results. I don't think that's
Yeah, that's one of these, or like
a
one
mystery
of
of the
like,
cosmos type
hello.
of thing.
Yeah,
And there's another one that I read ahead.
Yeah.
That's going to be you're going to get
that's
my
like
same answer.
ridiculous. Like hello, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, well then let's number 11. Stay at a Disney approved hotel. It's because you get to be in the parks 30 minutes before everyone else, and then
Yeah.
I mean I think that's the only.
It's kind of like that. I don't think a lot of people know that though. They just stay at the hotel and they sometimes don't even take advantage of Magic Hour or
I think they give you an email if you book it. It's like, oh, you know,
yeah.
take
maybe.
advantage of Magic Hour. I think
I think sometimes people get those emails and from
and
people
they're
I've
like
talked
whatever,
to.
yeah.
Because I've talked to people who just friends and people who are at work and they're like, yeah, I don't know, we never saw the Magic Hour. And I was like, they think it's because they just skim through an email or they look at it and they know they have their reservation and so they don't know what it is.
They don't read the whole thing. It's not like it's like blaring red.
People read Disney emails the same way they read work emails.
Well, like just I got the Cosmo email that says your trip is coming, and I'm like, yeah. So I didn't even read it because it's mostly like make a dining reservation. Here's what the food we have. It's like, I know.
Yeah.
So like I don't read it. So
if there was some kind of Cosmo Magic Hour, we wouldn't know. You see what I mean? Who knows? They were going to give us like 10,
Fine, I'll go back and
10
read
grand
it.
in chips. We would have missed it. Magic Chip Hour.
But yes, that was one of them. Number 11.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And number 12.
Number 12 is kind of lame, which is what you just said, is pay a lot for VIP treatment. So basically, the
Get
plaid.
get a plaid vest.
Get a plaid.
Yeah. Get a Tesla
It's
plaid. You can go fast.
$3,500 for 7 hours. So if you can find 8 more people to go with you, you can split it.
Whatever. Everybody I know who does the plaid, they just can afford the plaid.
Yeah.
Anyone I know who can do Disney plaid can afford a Tesla plaid. Pretty much. It's one of those things. It's like, I mean, I don't think there's too many even casual people who don't know about the VIP tours because it's really hyped, and if you spend money for a private tour to jump any line you want, you're going to be able to do it. Is it a bad idea? No. Is it a hack? I don't know.
It's not really a hack.
Is it a secret tip?
No.
Not really, I mean, I agree it's going to work. But
Here's how you fly on a plane comfortably. Get a private jet.
Exactly. Thank you. Don't wait in line for, at the terminal.
Don't wait at TSA. Just get your private jet.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, they needed 12. So, the funny thing is they say get there early, but they don't tell you like what to do once you get there early. They don't get there an hour early. What did they say exactly? I don't know.
Get there an hour before park opens.
Okay.
Arrive an hour before her. It doesn't. Travel blogger and podcaster, Mr. Brown says to arrive an hour before.
Does he follow us?
No, I don't know who these people are. Advises to arrive an hour before you're officially allowed to enter. That means you'll have time to park or take alternative transportation, make it to the gate, go through security, and still be near the front of the line to enter. No, you won't. You're going to be near the front of the line.
Not only an hour early.
Yeah, because then they're saying an hour when you're in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Not an hour, not arrive an hour to be at the Esplanade.
Yeah, you're gonna be on Ball Street. Trying to get into
and you're not going to be like towards the front
No.
if you are not there by 7.
No.
If you're there at 7, maybe.
Yeah.
They open at 8. You're at the Esplanade by 7, maybe.
Yeah, if
But
you're at
not
the
if you're
gate an hour before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where and then it's like they should be more specific like we used to. Like, okay, when you get there, if you're going to Disneyland, Space Mountain right out of the gate, rope drop, Space Mountain, and then the old path was rope drop, Space Mountain, Indiana Jones, Matterhorn. And then you could probably, if you rope drop, knock those out within the first hour. And then if you have Genie Plus, then you can make Genie Plus reservations for all the mid-tier rides. And then you don't have to
Well,
wait.
when you rope drop, wouldn't you start now that there's Genie Plus, wouldn't you start with the ones that don't have Lightning Lane, like Peter Pan and Pirates or something?
I guess it depends on what you want to do. Yeah. Peter Pan's a good one.
Yeah.
But I guess people just wait for that. I don't know why.
Because there's kids, little kids.
Yeah.
Because they don't get there that early, and then they don't stay that late.
Yeah. I'm just talking about me, someone who doesn't go on Peter Pan. That was typically my path. But yeah, for kids, it's typically Peter Pan's number one. You hit that first, but then you don't stay in Fantasyland. You would hit that, and then go on one of the mountains. Yep. All right. Well, not a bad list.
Yeah.
We have to give it some pushback a little bit, but I don't think anything they said was untrue.
Yeah, they're all true.
Yeah. And we'll still wait to see how Christmas is. But let's give them just a rope dropping knowledge tip that we found out.
Yeah, this week there's a buy now, pick up later feature on the Disneyland app. Well, it's not on the app yet. I think it's still in beta. I don't know. You have to search it.
Beta.
Search for the word buy now and it'll pop up, but there's
Yeah.
no button.
And you can order your merch. I think it only applies to World of Disney and Elias & Co. or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you can order whatever merch. I don't know if it takes you to Shop Disney. And you could pick it up later at the store. Just show that, hey, I bought this.
You don't have to carry it around. You don't have to wait in a line. Just boom.
I don't know if it's only in testing mode or something.
Yeah, because there's going to be kinks. So, but again, they're prioritizing merch.
Avoid lines and crowds.
And somebody thought of this. I'm not saying that this wouldn't eventually come anyway, but somebody thought of this because of staffing shortage. So they're like, how can we still get people in? I can tell you, they are going to prioritize people
but
buying
you still
merch.
need a staff member to pick up the merch and put it somewhere.
Yeah, but it's not like asking where this is or where that is. It's like you'd be surprised how every interaction with a cast member is probably they could calculate it into seconds, and then spread that second over a day, over a week, over a month, and they could actually it's another form of automation. So now you would have to, if you go into the store, first of all, you're taking up space. So you're crowding the store. Then if you don't know where something is, you might have to ask. Yeah. And if there's not a lot of staff, you're going to ask somebody who's probably heading to the cashier or at the cashier who could be actually just checking them out and taking people's money.
Yeah.
So if they can make it like fast food to where you order, like Starbucks, I ordered ahead, boom, you're in, you're out. They save on real estate time, the opportunity cost. They're saving on staffing because you're going to have to go to the checkout anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all around good for Disney. And there's people who would probably rather do that than just stand around in a store waiting for someone to shop.
Yeah.
Especially someone who has like a cranky husband like you did. It's like, ugh.
So you'd rather shop with no, that's good. Shop when you have your brother Thelonious, so you can buy me everything. Because you usually like say yes to everything whenever.
Yeah, she drugs me in order to get what she wants.
I'll give you the phone to buy now.
Yeah, but pretty cool. You know, I like innovation.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anything else in headlines?
Nope.
All righty.
It's Taste Talk with Tracy. Mash some magic in your mouth.
So, Flo's Fried Chicken. Yes, I stood in line for 45 minutes to get this because mobile ordering was closed at that restaurant by the time we were hungry, which was like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or something. So, stood in line, got the fried chicken dinner. It's called Flo's Famous Fried Chicken, I think is the official name. And it comes with garlic mashed potatoes with gravy and seasoned vegetables.
Yeah. And it's the same as the Plaza Inn chicken.
That's what we heard. That's what people said. It's the same recipe as the Plaza Inn chicken.
Well,
I think it's the same.
to me. Yeah.
We haven't had it yet because the time that we did Plaza Inn for the electrical
We've had
parade,
Plaza Inn chicken.
No, but that time when we did it,
No, that was the turkey, but we did it before
then.
then. Yeah.
We did? Oh, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
But I like it at Flo's better because the seating, you get to have Brother Thelonious with it.
Well, a lot of people don't do that, and a lot of people don't even know. I mean, I don't even think it's a hack, but I think people are conditioned to eat to sit where they eat, right, or sit wherever they ordered. I should say.
Well, Doa Flo was telling me she likes that area on the outside of Flo, on the side where you can see Radiator Springs, because people don't know about that area. It's like kind of hidden.
Yeah.
So they're always in the front, and so that's also a good place to eat, even at Flo's. You know?
But some people they don't even think about taking their food somewhere else because Disney doesn't care where you sit.
Yeah.
So if you have a favorite seating spot and then you have a favorite food place, it's somewhere else. Like, just bring the food to where you want to sit. You know, we're always at Sonoma Terrace, and then people at Sonoma Terrace, you know, they're stuck with pretzels.
They're like, "Where'd you get that?" It was like, "Oh, over there," but you got to walk.
Yeah, but it's not like you were walking forever. You're walking anyway.
Yeah, but with food, and it's like people are like, "Oh."
But they're walking anyway. You're talking about people who are used to carrying toddlers around. It's like carrying a plate of chicken is like a big deal to maybe us, but it's not like the average
remember
person.
when we were with Tony? He was ordering from like 5 different places and taking it all to Sonoma Terrace.
Because he has 2 small kids.
Around.
It's nothing to him. It's like, to us, it's like, dang, dude, you going to be a professional juggler? Like, but yeah, and I like the chicken is good because they give you a lot.
Yeah, they give you like 3 pieces.
And there's always a lot of meat on each piece, and it's good. It's moist, and the sides are good. Like you're going to be really full. I think like if 2 adults like us could share it,
Yeah.
I think it's enough for most adults to share.
Yeah.
If you're just a hungry adult, it'll definitely just you'll be done. You don't need anything else. Definitely. If you have it with a beer, you definitely don't need anything else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if you have kids, if you get like 1 plate of chicken, it's definitely good for 2 kids. It might even be good for 3 really small
They have
kids.
chicken tenders there. That's good, too, for the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, they have the chicken tenders. But I'm just saying, if you wanted a plate of chicken,
Yeah.
you have 2 kids, you could probably have a piece, and it'll still be enough for like a 5 and a 6-year-old. You know what I mean?
And they get their vegetable.
and they get their vegetables. So there you go.
The only thing is the Plaza Inn has biscuits.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they should sell biscuits there.
but yeah, it was delicious.
Definitely. And this is our second time eating it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, yeah, we obviously go back, so you can trust in that. Probably the best thing that's not a seasonal item other than the hot link corn dog
Yeah.
at DCA. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think there's...
The award winner dogs are good, too.
I'd say I'd put those third.
Yeah.
Hot link corn dog, number 1. Flo's
Fried
chicken. Flo's fried chicken, number 2. And then, award wieners. And there's different dogs there. But, yeah. Usually a sausage dog. But All right.
We have a bunch of dot points today. So, like earlier this week, Disney Plus subscribers got special access to certain items on Shop Disney. So it's their start of the integration thing we were talking about.
Yeah.
But the stuff was like the Doctor Strange cloak was like $100 because it was a real.
Oh, yeah.
Cloak.
The real cloak. Not the one you have.
No, not the one I have. That's the blanket.
Yeah.
This one's like an actual cape. They had Captain Carter's shield. And then they had the Ahsoka hilt or tilt or whatever it's called, but that sold out immediately. They had the Obi-Wan and Anakin hilts, and those sold out immediately.
Yeah, this event is weird. So there's Disney fans, and then you have Star Wars fans, and then the Disney Plus is Star Wars fans who are also Disney fans.
Yeah.
And those people, so you're talking about a double fanaticism.
Yes.
You're talking about somebody who not only drank the Kool-Aid, they'll make popsicles out of it.
Yeah, and then the Wanda ears sold out really quickly because they were only like $29. All the other stuff were like hundreds. There was something like it was like $400. There was the Black Panther thing, the helmet or whatever.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that sold out. Like maybe it did, but a bunch of stuff sold out.
And I want to say this because there's a lot of people, and I've noticed this. No one's really talked about it. There's a lot of, let me just say, non-black people who don't know if they can wear Black Panther stuff.
Really?
Yeah, they get like, oh, I don't know, is that cultural appropriation or is that,
But if you're wearing it as the movie Black Panther,
yeah, they feel weird.
like, can I wear Coco stuff?
I'm not saying you can. I say
No, but am I going to be like,
I
people
bought
going to be
Black
like,
Panther giveaway stuff, hoping that people are going to take it to work, and I don't. And most of our listeners aren't black, so obviously I don't care. I think that's ridiculous. And matter of fact, I'm telling you, whoever wins our Black Panther giveaway, send us a picture of you at work with your Black Panther lunchbox and tumbler. Yeah, and tote if you want to bring your tote to work. and if anybody gives you beef, they say, "Hey,
Talk to Brian."
An African American HR director said I could.
I mean, I don't care if somebody wore May stuffed. Where's the panda turning red?
Oh, man.
May.
Yeah. Well, you're more Raya.
Oh, Raya, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for everyone. That's the whole thing. That's the whole point, in my opinion.
Yes.
So, yeah. But what were you saying again?
I forgot.
About the Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah, the stuff. Yeah. I didn't get anything because whatever. I mean, there were T-shirts and stuff, too, that were just exclusive for Disney Plus subscribers. But then I realized, I can't get anything because you subscribe to Disney Plus, not me.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd have to use your email or something.
Yeah, I got a bunch of emails and I was just like, I don't know.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, so then I also noticed that I thought that on January 27th and 28th, that reservations for Magic Keys would be sold out quickly because that's when Mickey and Minnie's, it's always hard to say it, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's when that opens, and that's when the 100 celebration starts.
Yeah.
But when I checked yesterday, those dates are still fully open. So I was like,
Again, I think a lot of those, the Magic, well, no, here's the thing. If we could see them, that means the Magic Keys are still available too.
That's what I meant, the Magic Keys.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
I don't know if it's available now.
Yeah,
like
we'll
today.
check again.
But even if it was yesterday, it's like a week later, right? Because it came out Saturday.
And I think we're going on the 28th.
Yeah.
January 28th. Yeah. It's going to be a madhouse. I mean, just because it's not sold out, it will sell out.
It will.
It's surprising it didn't sell out like the first.
Or they probably
2
didn't
days.
care about capacity and be like, sure, free for all.
Yeah.
Come, everybody come. Pack it
Yeah.
up like sardines.
So
Yeah.
Well, school starts again because it's the end of January. So the holiday break is over.
Oh, yeah. The holiday break is over.
So it's a good time for them to start a big thing because it's like, okay, now we need to get people back in the parks because they already had
Oh, yeah.
So again, this is they're assuming that they're going to have such a big holiday thing that's going to take the steam out of people, and so they're probably opened up capacity for January.
And plus the weekend before that is Martin Luther King.
Yeah. So definitely from a strategy standpoint, yeah. Try to make everything available, get people in, see what happens. I don't know. All right.
Anna and Elsa's meet and greet is back at the Animation Academy in DCA. You know how Anna and Elsa used to be there? There's that long line. Well, they're back. So
Yeah, people
you
love
can
them.
take pictures with Anna and Elsa and meet them.
Yeah. What are they doing with the theater?
What theater?
The theater we used to see like Aladdin and everything.
Oh, we don't know what they're doing with it yet.
That's been empty for a long time. So that's like a waste of space.
Is that where they're putting that Wakanda show?
Maybe.
Not show, but during the
Yeah.
celebration.
Could be. That's a lot of real estate that they're not using. They're losing money on that.
Yeah, the Aladdin show was good. I wish they
Yeah.
brought it back.
Yeah. But Anna and Elsa, yeah, everyone loves them. So I like the Frozen show.
I fell asleep. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so boring. I
Yeah.
fell asleep. So anyways, a man sneaks himself and this guy snuck himself and his kid into the Magic Kingdom for free. And then when they were running after him, he pretended he didn't know how to speak English. And then he was charged with battery because he pushed the security guard or something was going, and he just pushed the security guard out of the way and just walked in really fast with his kid.
That's not sneaking in.
Yeah, that's just pushing your way in.
I think that's breaking and entering. Yeah.
So
An assault.
then when they stopped him, he pretended he didn't speak
Something
English,
there.
and then they interrogated him. He pretended he didn't speak English, and then finally later on, he confessed and he spoke like fluent English.
Was it in Florida?
Yeah, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, it figures. 'Cause some guys like, oh, I don't speak English. They're so woke at Disney. If I just pretend to be an immigrant, they're going to let me in.
No, he just, like, you know how you're supposed to, because I guess at Disney World, you just scan your Magic Band. There's no turnstile, or maybe there is. I don't know. So he just didn't scan anything and just walked right through. And then when they tried to stop him, he just pushed through or whatever, pushed them aside and just kept walking. And then, I don't know.
Yeah, brilliant.
He's trying to
plan.
play it casual. Like, oh, I'll just like keep walking and push him out of the way.
Yeah, just push him. That's casual.
Then I'll just pretend not to speak English.
It's such a weird
But your
thing.
kid's there. That's
Yeah, I mean,
sad.
to bring your kid and now your kid sees you get arrested.
And now you're in jail because you just want to get in for
And
free.
here's the thing: that kid's probably got taken to CPS because that's what we would do
Oh.
when a parent gets arrested. Unless there's a mom or another parent close by that's what we call a protective parent, that kid's going straight to a shelter or a foster home, and that's what's sad.
Is that worth it, getting in there for free, like all that?
Yeah,
Just to,
you know, and you involve your kid in a criminal activity. You know, it's just like, you know, the judge isn't going to look favorably on him because now he has two judges. He's got a criminal judge and a dependency court judge he's going to have to deal with.
but what if the kid has a mom that can,
Well,
and the mom's not doing anything wrong?
I guess, you know, hopefully she's not, you know, and the kid could just be released to her. Hopefully they live in the same state. Hopefully.
No, I mean like they live in the same house. What if it's the mom and the mom just happens to be at home and didn't go with them?
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're married to a guy like that, I bet you'll find something on you too. It's like, it's very rare. I'm thinking it might be a guy who had his kid for the weekend. Hopefully, and they're divorced, and then it's like
he's just like, oh, I just want to go to Disneyland, but I don't want to pay.
it's like you
Let's
know
just, like,
the loser
walk
dad.
in.
It's like I promise you, I'm gonna take you to Disney World, you know, and then you know the mom's just like, all right, you made a promise, you got to do it, and he takes him, and then they can just release him to the mom. Hopefully that's the situation because then he just goes home to mom,
Yeah.
you know. But if that's not the situation, yeah,
That's,
it's sad.
Okay, on to more happier news. The Russo brothers will be producing Hercules. Now, remember we said Guy Ritchie will be directing it, and now the Russo brothers will be producing it, the live-action version. And Joe Russo revealed that it will be an experimental and inspired by social media channel TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's going to be funny, still a musical, but inspired by TikTok. And he said it's experimental because it's something new, but they didn't want to make it a remake of the animation because Disney's been criticized of like the live action being so close to animation. It's just real people with the same story. So he's saying this is nothing
So
like
how's
the
it
story.
inspired by? I still don't get that.
Like dances and stuff, maybe. That's what he means. Yeah, the artists speak. I don't know. We don't know because we're not artists. But I'm thinking he means like the music and the dancing will be short, like TikTok. I don't know. That's all I can,
Yeah,
like it's artist speak.
I guess.
We'll see it and we'll know. I mean, we know it's going to be good because he's like, it's going to be different. It's not going to be exactly like the animation. So he's trying to make it different from Lion King and Aladdin and all that stuff.
Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, I didn't
And
even.
it is
I
experimental.
didn't. You know what I feel about the cartoon? Even wasn't that great. So
No, that's the one that you said was good. That was underrated.
it's underrated, but it wasn't great.
It was silly and nice. So maybe this one will be good. Because they're saying it's not going to be like the animation at all.
Okay.
So we'll see. And Guy Ritchie? They have like Guy Ritchie and the Russo brothers. This thing better be good.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely when they say it's going to not be like anything else. I believe that. I just that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good. It's going to be either way. It's going to be a spectacular success or a spectacular failure. Let's put it that way. Hoping for success.
Yeah, hoping for success. Finally, Aubrey Plaza has been confirmed to be casted in Agatha Covenant of Chaos.
Yeah. Used to be Agatha House of Harkness, and they changed the name. So Agatha is the witch who was in WandaVision.
Yes.
She's in the comics.
Aubrey Plaza is the weirdo actress.
Weirdo.
She's so weird.
She does weird stuff. Yeah.
Her interviews are all weird.
Funny though.
Yeah.
Funny. Kind of like, she's like a millennial, Daria.
Yeah.
I think that here's the thing. So if you want to get into some super nerd stuff, there was a show, I believe it's probably on Hulu. Now you can watch it on Hulu, called Legion. And she was in Legion. And Legion was an actually television show, and a lot of people don't even know that it exists who aren't super nerds. It was really good. It's an actually X-Men television show, live action. And Aubrey Plaza was in it, and she played like Lenny as a friend of his, and she ended up becoming possessed by the Shadow King, which is like this entity, psychic energy and entity in the X-Men, basically. So the super nerd hope is that she's reprising that role.
Oh, in Agatha.
Now, if they do, I think it's such a long shot that they'll do that. If they did do that,
That means Legion would be canon.
Legion would be canon, but it would be bringing the X-Men in because Wanda's going to be in it. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, that's kind of obvious because it's Agatha.
No, but a lot of people thought she died at the end of Doctor Strange.
Oh.
They don't know. She's coming back.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to have her die just like that, you know.
So, and that would create this would be kind of like the first Disney live action, quote unquote, X-Men-esque show if they did that. Because Agatha was part of Wanda's journey in the comics. Shadow King and Wanda is an X-Men and an Avenger. And the Shadow King is X-Men stuff. So if they do that, this show could be a lot bigger than we anticipated. So I don't know. It's a long shot, but they're probably just going to have her be some witch. Some random witch,
Some witch.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yes. Well, that's it.
That's it. Okay. Well, we announced our new giveaway, Black Panther giveaway, at the beginning of the podcast. So, guys, remember to message us your answers. And we are going on vacation starting tomorrow.
Yay.
I think we're going to try to get Comic-Con tickets again. It's the
Yeah. Oh, that's tomorrow. I'll have to get up early.
I know. But we will be back next week. And then we're going to be off to the parks again. And we're going to see Wakanda Forever. So lots of Disney stuff coming up. Hope you guys have a magical weekend. I'm Brian.
I'm Tracy.
Stay magical.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe and visit us at www.ropedroppingknowledge.com.